Hello, welcome to part 4 of my Fascist England playthrough in the Hearts of Iron 4 mod, Focus Trees for Releasable Nations. In part 3, we helped Saxony, our ally, and the Allies defend themselves from Prussia, who we made our puppet. We also had Mecklenburg join the Allies for a short little while, but they left immediately after the war with Prussia ended in. Like I said before, Prussia is now our puppet, and they're led by Felix Steiner. And other than that, a huge war started between the the Novus Imperium Romanum faction led by Piedmont Sardinia here, and the European Defense League. And the European Defensive League consists of France, Aquitania, Belgium, Canada, Greece, and the USA, which, to say it's not as powerful as you think it is, because France is broken up, and the USA is broken up itself. Like you can see here, we have a Confederate Civil War going on. In the US South, we have the unaligned States of America and the Pacific States of America, and then we have the USA, the United States right here, who are just sort of stuck in the Northeast, so to speak, that New England area. They also control parts of, they got Ohio, they have Pennsylvania, and they have West Virginia. But the USA is not that powerful in this playthrough. And so we have a bunch of units lined up on the border of France and Belgium, 2 armies to be exact, and we have them there because we have a claim, well, a core we can get on Normandy. Our goal as Fascist England in this mod is to make a Norman Empire, and we need French territory to do that. So we are reforming our military at this time, especially our army. We have 40 with divisions we've got to manufacture all the equipment for, as you can tell in our production tab here. And so we have to choose between intervening in this war the European Defensive League is having with the Novus Imperium Romanum, or wait to be fully equipped with everything and go from there. And let's unpause, well, not unpause, let's get some troops deployed from England and set up some naval invasions. We're going to establish the 4th English Army. They're going to be ready to go, and they're going to be assigned to a field marshal. That is done. Army 4, let's give them a color that makes them distinctive, give them green. And so let's set up some naval invasions. The 81st and the 82nd and 36th will be going to, they would go into Dunkirk in the event we fight France. And we also have the Guards Infantry Division, the 57th, and they'll be going to maybe where? They'll be going to, yep, they'll head there. And we'll have one division go to Le Havre, and another, and the rest will go to maybe Cherbourg with these 12 divisions or so if we go to war with France anytime soon. And we are getting prepared for that conflict to possibly break out. We will have to attack France with naval invasions and through the borders they have with Prussia, who is our puppet. And I think they're going to lose. Piedmont Sardinia is trying to hold on, but their capital is under siege. And it will take us some time to rearm all of our divisions. Where's our Air Force at? We have our Air Force. They are all, where are those planes at? Okay, they're all in London now. Let's move them all to, well, let's keep them in London actually, and assign a few air spaces for them to look after. So let's have 2 squadrons of fighters and 2 squadrons of bombers head to northern France, and let's have a few others go to western France. And we're just going to use our huge RAF Air Force of England here to dominate anything we run into in France, hopefully. That is the ideal situation if that was to occur, if we did have a conflict to break out with them. I'd hope we'd be able to overwhelm them because the French have their units currently busy fighting the Italians, well, Piedmont Sardinia led by Mussolini. And besides Italy, the Novus Imperium Romanum also includes Slovakia, Bulgaria, and Qing China, but I think Italy is the major faction member. So Piedmont Sardinia is the major faction member, so if they go down, that war is basically won. And to defeat the European Defensive League, the Novus Imperium Romanum has to defeat the United States and Aquitania, which is somehow one of the leaders, the main leaders of the European Defensive League. And our goal right now is just deciding how we're going to intervene in this war, because we do need land from France. And so how do we deal with the United States? That is the one factor here. We have to get naval docking rights from somewhere. Can we get docking rights from the Confederate States? Okay, that will work actually. That does work very well. Can we get military access? Possibly. It doesn't matter too much. At least we have docking rights. That should be enough to pull it off. But so, let's just maybe give it until the end of February before we attack France and Belgium, and then we'll flood into Aquitania and overwhelm all of the European Defensive League members in Europe, and then we'll send our forces and our navy overseas, and we'll have our ships just hang out, well, be stationed in the Confederated States of America, who we got docking rights from, and they're fighting the Confederacy of the American States. That's what the Confederate Civil War is, and that's what's happening in North America, well, in the southern, what would be the southern United States. Decisions available, paramilitary training, don't worry about it. Events or decisions time out, demobilize our economy. Also, don't worry about it. We're going to declare war very, very soon. Let's actually wait for a war to, well, no, we actually got to do it because we don't got the focus that would give us the war goal on France. So we got to actually complete that first once cores on 13 colonies is complete. So for temporarily at least, we are going to demobilize our economy, and we should be able to do that in just a few days before we get a bad buff from that. We get the strikes. We don't want strikes. That would be bad. Demobilize our economy. That's done. And once cores on 13 colonies is done, we're going to do recover Normandy, start that focus and complete it, and that will give us an annex war goal on the French. And we'll fight the rest of the European Defensive League as well, because of course they'll probably call on all of their allies. Let's have a patrol here. That's going to take place. Our entire navy in the English Channel. We're also working on getting more divisions deployed, and once they're available, we'll probably use these cavalry brigades and infantry divisions to just garrison England and watch our, 6, 7, 8 ports, so we don't get a naval invader from the USA, by the USA or anything, or like Canada. And can we get military access with docking rights from anyone else, maybe? I don't think so. Can we get military access? Can we get military access? I asked for it. Can we get it? No. Well, let's improve relations with them. We would invite them to our faction if we could. They would say no, though, due to the fact they're in base reluctance, -20, and they're in a civil war. We're going to improve our relations with them, though, and maybe, I don't know, we could see what happens there. Is Piedmont, Sardinia going to die? Maybe they are. We don't got enough time to wait here. And do I cancel the focus, or do I keep going? We're only less than 10 days away. We just got to hope that Piedmont, Sardinia can hang on, and they won't fall apart. If they can just hang on for just 70 more days, we can do the focus and just head into France and Aquitania while they're distracted and help out the Italians there. But we may not have the time. They just lost a province. We have just researched the Sten Mark II. That's a relatively modern weapon. Well, it is for 1939 anyway. Let's start manufacturing the most modern firearms we have. Research slot available. Let's get here. I don't know what you have to get for naval range. I'm really concerned about naval range. Let's get a heavy ship hull, 1936 heavy ship hull. I'm not too good with the naval designer, I'm not going to lie. And there's a civil war in Portugal. Cores on the 13 colonies is done. Could we actually join in that war if we wanted to? Would they be willing to have that? Maximalist Portugal. They are communist and they are fighting anarchists. And the Spanish Civil War, it seems, is nearly won by the anarchists. They defeated the Republicans as well as the nationalists, who died pretty early on. Now it's just anarchists and the Carlists who are just holding out. Piedmont, Sardinia was puppeted, and so is Bulgaria. That is not good. But we could maybe... Can we defeat them? They have Greece as a puppet? No, they're a puppet of Greece. Okay, so we don't have enough time to really strike them without them being prepared now. They're going to be ready for us at this point. And that's what we're going to have to deal with for the European Defensive League. We should still be able to overwhelm them with our naval invasions and with our forces from England very, very soon, once they are available to us. Recover Normandy, we'll be ready to go. Provisional Government of Wales, they are not ready yet. We don't need a Provisional Government of Wales. We invaded Wales in, Part 2? We did that, and so we annexed them, and now we have to deal with resistance from Wales. We have cavalry brigades ready. Let's add them to a naval invasion order. There they are. They're going to go to Cherbourg once those units are set up to do so. And we should really dominate the French and their allies, I hope, because we're going to push on so many fronts. We're going to just try to flood into Belgium and overwhelm them. Let's set our battle plans to aggressive for the 2nd and 1st English Army. Let's have it on aggressive, aggressively execute battle plans. Yeah, they're going to aggressively execute everything there. And I'm really concerned about possible American troops getting involved before we can defeat the enemy. But we'll have to see. And research slot available. Let's do excavation 3. Recover Normandy will be done in less than 40 days at this point. Do the Prussians even have any soldiers? Request forces. Do you have anything? They do not. They do have a lot of manpower, though. We could use their manpower to make divisions for us if need be. And who's this? This is, oh, that's India. India is part of the Allies. Earlier on, when we went fascist, a lot of countries that were part of the Allies initially left the faction, but for some reason, India decided to stay in the Allies, so they've been part of our faction. They had a civil war earlier, I think, but they sorted that out. It was against Free India. They won. And speaking of civil wars, Confederate Civil War, nothing is happening because it's like a stalemate there. But once we have this war with the European Defensive League, it's going to be a big deal because we're going to have to figure out how to defeat the troops in Europe, what countries in Europe, as well as in the Americas. And so recover Normandy will be done in less than 20 days at this point. We can maybe count on the support of Saxony, who has, what is it, 1 division? But I have a puppet as well, so maybe that can be of assistance. Let's at least call in India and Prussia. That's going to be all we really have. Oh, that's cool. We got a division from the the Prussians to give us an armored division, send them off to the border with Belgium, and we hope to smash through Belgium, then advance south into France. We'll have to see how that goes, though. Luxembourg's just going to be a spectator to everything. They're not even part of a faction here. And they'll just be watching the war take place between England and its allies versus France and Aquitania and all their buddies. And we have 2 more divisions from the Austrians. Send 1 to England, send 1 to the border with the Belgians. So that's going to take place there. And so, yeah, that's what's going to happen. And are we ready to go yet? Is this war ready to start? Shanxi joined the People's Front. Recover Normandy is complete. Let's begin the war now. Available war goal. Declare war. And that's starting. So let's call in our allies. Fascist. There's Fascist Bavaria. We can't get them involved in anything. They're not part of our faction at all. Let's call the Prussians to arms. They're going to help us in the English-French war. We're going all out here. It's going to be like the 100 Years' War. Let's do dual monarchy in our focus tree now. Start the assault, please. Everyone do your thing. Be fast. We got to be swift here so that the Aquitania, the French don't pull in all of their allies because it's going to be a massive problem for us. There's more divisions there. They're going to back up the 4th English Army. And there's some volunteers from Qing China who wants to help us out. They say, yes, can we invite you to our faction? Yes. We're going to invite the Bavarians to the war effort. They say yes to joining. So we now have the Bavarians and the Allies. You want to join? Call to arms, maybe? They say yes. And there we are. We have the Bavarians involved in the fighting now. Let's also call in the Saxons. And so we have a lot of Germans fighting against the French now, as well as the Aquitanians and such. Who else is going to join? Who else? They can join too? Oh boy, we're really assembling a league here. Well, the Allies is going to include the Confederated States of America. There we are. And now we have a front in the Americas. Well, sort of. The Confederated States of America has a lot of divisions, it seems, and they're stuck in a stalemate with their counterpart, their Democratic counterpart, who I'm pretty sure will probably, they joined the European Defensive League. No surprise there. And if we can just overwhelm the European Defensive League in Europe, we can definitely go to the Americas. We just got to push out from our positions and be aggressive. Execute these battle plans, please, aggressively. Aggressively execute all battle plans. Be very, very aggressive. And we also got to get more support here, more troops. Just go. Push for England. We must take territory at all times. Just push hard. Get off the beach. Gain ground. Break through their lines. I don't know how tough Aquitania is. I suppose we'll see how tough they actually are. And how's the lines in Belgium? They're not going much of anywhere, aren't they? No, they're not. The doctrine's available. Let's do Grand Assault. That's going to be done. Missing equipment production. We need naval bombers. We have 50 military factories and we weren't making naval bombers apparently. Oh, we don't have the resources for them. That explains why. And let's trade the Confederated States of America for some aluminum. And also get some tungsten from Malaysia. That's going to be done. And can we get off these beaches? Let's move into Paris, please. And what are the Bavarians doing, I wonder? Can they even hold back the French? I don't know if they will be able to. They're really posing a problem here. The Belgians are. They're not they're not moving at all. Let's move the 60th Infantry Division in with the 4th English Army, and they're going to push off of Dieppe and Le Havre. We took Dunkirk. We have landed there. Let's take Calais and advance. Just push. I wish we could get more troops in there. Can we deploy any more men? Yes, we will. That's going to be it for now, though. That's it for our divisions being sent in there. We have 11 divisions that will join the 4th English Army. Let's make a 5th English Army. We have the 72nd, 73rd, 74th, 75th, and 97th English Infantry Divisions. And we got to have an army that will be led by Neil Ritchie. Move into Le Havre area and try to move on Paris. That is their objective. Reach Paris or die trying. Now let's give them a color. Let's give them red. We already have red. What am I doing? Let's give them yellow. Well, no, orange. Yeah, that should work. Yeah, that should be fine. But I got to get in position. We had missing equipment production, all that stuff. Naval battle took place. Did we win? No. That was just some torpedo bombers not doing much. Dictatorial Xinjiang, something happened in Asia. And we have our troops trying to link up from Calais to Cherbourg. And I don't know if that's going to actually be able to be pulled off, but we'll see. We're trying to stress out the French as much as possible, like stretch their lines to the limit here. How come we cannot break through these lines here? What is here that is so special about these divisions? I don't know. We have most of our Air Force, the bulk of our Air Force in. Great. We have some troops that got surrounded. We're getting told artillery from the Confederates, though. Let's push off of these islands, please. Let's get out of here. Maybe we could just kind of perhaps sacrifice Prussia to make some gains in France. Maybe we could do that. I'm not entirely sure. Right now we need to rescue some divisions that are stuck in Lille. Let's take Amiens while we're going up here, though, and hopefully make a move on Paris once it's opened up for us. Move forward here, and I think we are stretching out the French as much as possible. Yeah, this is going to be a wide. They're fighting on a lot of fronts. Once the Americans arrive, that will be an issue, but they should be busy with the Confederates, I hope. And the French just lost a battleship. Well, yeah, it was sunk by the HMS Rodney. And what's going on in the USA? The Americans are backing up the Confederacy of the American States, I think, or they're just still fighting each other. I think, yeah, they're just still stuck in their civil war. And what is going on besides that? Do any of you want to join the faction? We'll take more members. Okay, they say no. But that's what's going on in the USA. Well, North America, not much is happening, although it seems like no. Actually, never mind. It's a little confusing, calls the Confederacy of the American States, who's a member of the European Defensive Leagues. European Defensive League has the same flag, essentially, as the United States, except I think it may have less stars, possibly. But anyway, let's go back to the war and try to get deeper into French territory. We got to rescue these units, if possible, and get these units out of Calais and stuff like that. Can we fall back? Should we fall back from the lines we have there? Belgians are really making it hard to break through here. We have 24 divisions that are practically stuck trying to break through the Belgian defenses, and it's not going very well. And let's push here, get through the French defenders as much as we can. We got some artillery research done. Let's get, maybe for artillery, let's research improved artillery upgrade. No, let's not bother with that. That's too distant. Let's get Engineer Company 2. We have 2 divisions. We've got a new division from the Germans now, from Prussia. Send them to the 5th English Army. Let's also give another division to the 5th English Army, who's going to hold out as much as they can and start pushing now toward Paris, or at least stress out the French, which is their goal. Ultimately, we have plenty of manpower. We need oil, though. We need gasoline. We need petrol, whatever. Who do we trade with for that? I wonder if the Confederates have any. We have a lot of oil, but we need more. Just more of it. Give us, tons of it. How many factories do we have? 7? After that trade? Okay, I can bear with that. They'll say yes, and we got some Lend-Lease from the Indians. Okay, thank you. We're still going to begin using up a lot of oil, though, especially for our Navy, even though we're getting a lot from the trade with the Confederates. Still struggling to break through into Belgium. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. But we are keeping the entire Belgian army tied down, it seems. Can we advance here, get to Nantes, and push there, break through the French defensive lines, get to La Rochelle, get to that place, get down south of Nantes, move deeper into French territory, get into Paris. That's all you guys got to do. Advanced Machine Tools is done researching. Let's now research possibly let's see. Let's get the research started for the Wellington so we can upgrade these tactical bombers we're using. I think we have a few of them, anyway. And we're losing ground, it seems, in Prussia, or it's not really changing. Yeah, it's not really changing, actually. What am I saying? Let's push in Aquitania. If we can capitulate them, that's going to be a big blow to the defensive league. Just force their units to be spread out, and that will greatly benefit us, because stressing out the... Okay, we have some draft dodging. A pay rise for the enlisted soldiers is perhaps in order. We have the political power for that choice, and let's take Dunkirk now with our divisions, or try to. If we can capitulate Aquitania, that will be a big blow to them, even though they are getting some American troops, it seems. Yeah, they are. If they lose that unit, if they lose that place, that will be a big blow to them, because Aquitania is a major faction member of the European Defensive League, and so is the Confederacy of the American States, as well as the United States. So after the Allies go through we go through Europe, we have to go to North America. We have to. And how's this focus doing? Dual monarchy will be done very soon. And do we control Normandy? I'm not entirely certain if we do or not. Do we control that? Yes, we do. We have a core on Normandy, so we're getting manpower from that. So fortunately, as we advance into French territory, it becomes part of England in a way that we get more manpower. So we're not entirely having to occupy everything. Research slot available. Let's get, I don't know, improved airplane catapult just because we can. Or yeah, let's do that. Yeah, okay, that will work. Unread naval convoy, battle results. Where's that at? How? The Confederates are moving a lot of troops to Europe, it seems. And we definitely do got to go help out the Confederated States of America once our fight is done in Europe. As a good ally, we will be there soon. Free France. France has fallen. They lost Paris, I guess. But now we can push through and hopefully overwhelm these divisions here. And whatever defenses are left, whatever divisions are stuck in France. It's a lot of Aquitaine divisions, unsurprisingly. Let's move into Aquitania, though, or try to. And the Belgians are going to lose a lot of their defensive units now. Belgium is going to be very open to attack. They're very vulnerable. Move from Dunkirk, send a few divisions from there. Go into Ghent, move from Ghent, and strike into Belgium while they're not really looking. Our units really do have to get into their new positions. And we have some Free French troops trying to attack our fleets. Our convoys. It's a little bit of a problem, but we have plenty of convoys. And even though Free France is a thing, they do not have really any kind of presence because they have no Africa to run to like France did in World War II. So Free France is not really an element we have to worry about in this war with the European Defensive League. Can we just push out the Belgians, please? Just break through their lines before the Americans get here and make this a nightmare. Come on, guys. Push. Just push. Break through everything. Get to Toulouse. Get down there and get Aquitania out of the war. Kick them out. Kick the Belgians out. Kick everyone out of the war. Oh no, they're defending more. And we have a canceled Lend-Lease from the Indians, our allies. We are taking Toulouse, though, the capital of Aquitania. And once that's done, that's going to be a big blow to them. What else is next? They have their capital in Marseille and Montpellier. We're going to go there as well as get Toulon and Nice. So we're moving there. Try to break up these divisions here that are surrounded. I think they're surrounded. No, they're not. Okay, get from Ghent. Move to Antwerpen. I reckon. Try to do that, possibly. And the Americans are making it hard for us. Can we surround these divisions, though? We're attempting to. It's not going as easier said than done. And we definitely need these units to be freed up that are just stuck fighting the Belgians for so long. And the Belgians are having to fall back. I think they lost some manpower. Get to Liège, please. Get there. With the 1st English Army moving there, if they're able to break through, they'll be freed up to do whatever. We have to rescue these divisions, don't we? Yes, we do. Tie down those troops in Bordeaux. Send down this cavalry brigade, the 7th Cavalry Brigade, to rescue the 68th Infantry Division that's stuck fighting against some Belgians near Toulouse. And the cavalry should be fast in rescuing their English comrades. That's what I'm trying to say. We now have another factory. Let's get some more guns. And we're still pushing into Belgium. We took Liège. I'm noticing supply is a problem right now. Hopefully once we get out of Belgium and down more into France with the English First Army, that will be less of an issue, but we'll see. And even though we're having supply issues, I know our enemy is probably having issues as well, so that's a good thing, I reckon. There's no more ports that the Belgians control, so once the English First Army is done with Belgium, they'll be able to link up with the 4th Army and just push down on Aquitania and defeat these troops here. They're still holding out in Alsace-Lorraine. Yeah, they have armored divisions up here and everything. So let's push more into Montpellier, get Marseille. We're still holding on to Toulouse. Rescue these troops, please. Can we take Bordeaux? The Americans are trying to hold on to it. That's going to be a problem. Whatever. Some units got overrun, or we have, I think, resistance, probably resistance. Who's going to join our faction? The State of Aragon wants to join our faction. Sure, join us. You're welcome to join the faction. And they have joined our faction. Do they want to call the war? They want to join in? Maybe? No, they don't want to join in. But they are part of our faction, though. Let's stop the American troops here, who have no organization, apparently. Draft reform proves effective. It was worth it to do all that. And can we take Bordeaux, please, now? Take Bordeaux. Get to Marseille, at least. We got to capitulate the Aquitanian troops, who are mostly held up in Belgium, it seems. Yet are mostly stuck up here holding the lines in Alsace-Lorraine. And they also had some troops, I think, getting circled when we took France. A lot of Belgian troops also in what was French territory. Dual monarchy is complete, and we have become the restored Norman Empire. We got the British, the United Kingdom fascist flag now. It's changed from the English fascist flag. Now it's the restored Norman Empire. And so that's what we have become. And in focus tree, let's do French collaborators, and we'll get the national spirit, local militias from that. And so we're pushing harder into Aquitania, and Marseille is proving hard to capture. Can we get more units assigned to fighting for that, please? A little bit would help. Anything would be better than nothing. They're going to be moving anyway. Those troops defending it, we have more factories, make more guns, free dockyards, make more ships. Just make some heavy ships, or no, make some destroyers. Just make us destroyers so we can replace any of them that we lose. Bordeaux has fallen, and these guys here have no port to get supplies from. What am I saying? Supplies from. And let's move from Montpellier to Marseille once these troops are out of position. Stop attacking, please. And the State of Aragon has called... No. Bavaria called in Aragon to fight in the war. Okay, whatever. Their military, their war score shouldn't be that high. We don't have to worry about them too much. Once Aquitania is out of the war, they should be soon. Marseille has fallen. What else do they have that they can lose? What is keeping them in the war? Lyon. Get Lyon, please, with these two divisions. And try to intersect that one Belgian division that's going to try and cut us off. They want to encircle us. Stop them, please, or get the Lyon. Anyone, get the Lyon. Take Toulon. Belgium has fallen. Soon will Aquitania. That's gone. And can we get out of Vichy, please? Get out of Vichy. Get out of Vichy. Can we rescue these two divisions? Please do something. Okay, we are done with the Belgians. We have the English First Army here. Let's send them all down into Aquitania. Push there, please. Rescue these troops primarily. That's what you need to do. And these battle lines are a bit of a mess, but it's whatever. Let's just defeat what's left of the European Defensive League in this part of the world. And we're going to have two units get encircled. They can't do anything. They're just stuck down there. Aquitania is going to destroy them. Unfortunately, we're going to try and rescue them. Rescue them. What are you doing? Rescue them. Rescue them. Send the cavalry. The cavalry has to rescue what we have there. We have two divisions holding on. They're staying alive, but we're pushing hard. Okay, they've been rescued. Good. Can we get two more divisions trained? Yes. To make up for our losses. That would be ideal. I think we had 24 divisions for the English 4th Army at some point, but over time, we gradually lost them in the fighting. A couple may have gotten circled and I didn't notice. It can happen. We have some military factories freed up. Let's make some fighters, as well as some... Can we get some coast air support, maybe? Built? Yes, get some Hectors. Give me some Hectors. Doctrines available. Let's do... infiltration. Infantry offensive. We'll do that in the part of the tree there. We're pushing into Piedmont, Sardinia, which became a puppet. Oh, great. Now we're fighting anarchists. Because Aragon declared war on them. Okay, I guess we'll take a detour into war and go fight them once we're done fighting Aquitania and the French and what's left of France. We are still trying to break through the Alsace-Lorraine line. They're really crumbling, though. And if we can take Genoa, that will kick out Piedmont, Sardinia, or whatever's left of it, after they got taken out by the European Defensive League earlier on. A bunch of encircled Aquitanian troops here. They're going to go down very, very soon. And yeah, they're encircled. They're gone. They're definitely gone. And what is keeping these guys in the war, I wonder? They got to lose Lyon. They're definitely... Let's push on Lyon and get this over with. Get out of the war. Capitulate. Fall. Okay, there we go. Aquitania has capitulated, giving us access to 50% of their stockpiled equipment. And with that, I'm going to end part 4 of this series here. You can check out Focus Trees for Releasable Nations, the Hoi 4 mod I'm playing this on. Well, this is the Hoi format I'm using for this video, for this whole Fascist England series. You can check out the Hoi mod focus trees for releasable nations in the video description. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Have an awesome day.